is the African Updater. The African Updater is here with another update for you. So, before anything else, manze, make sure you subscribe to this platform, which is very very important. Leo niko na story moto sana kuhusu Matiangi. But before I go into the story, take a minute, a second, subscribe to this platform, and then I'll be back. Most of you are watching my videos but are not subscribing. Kindly just support me by subscribing. Here's the take a second and subscribe, and then Darudi. Yes, hello guys, thank you for subscribing to this platform, and I have got some news for you. I've got some updates for you. So apparently Jubilee has decided to endorse Matiangi to run for president in 2027. That is laughable. But anyway, watch this video. Vile tunasemanga hapa, lazima tulete evidence kwa kalatas before we react. So watch this video and then I'll be back.
Right, to some political stories now. Jubilee Party branch leaders have thrown their weight behind former Interior Cabinet Secretary Dr. Fred Matiangi as their preferred presidential candidate. Speaking in Nairobi, the party's officials said the endorsement positions him as a frontrunner in the party's official flag bearer, setting a stage for fierce competition with Azimio coalition for the 2027 presidential ticket. The decision underscores the party's confidence in Matiangi's leadership, citing his experience in government and governance track record.
As a party, not to mean that he becomes the eventual presidential candidate, but a presidential candidate within the party who will then join others in coming up with one person who I believe as a coalition or as people in the opposition, we should be able to back. And I see you looking at me like you want me to mention the name. And I don't need to mention the name. You can mention the name. Ni jina gani wamesema?
Matiangi.
Wao wenyewe wameamua wanataka Matiangi as their presidential candidate.
Yes, so I believe you've watched the video, and you can see clearly Jeremiah Kioni and his entourage saying clearly that Jubilee Party has decided that they are going to endorse Matiangi for 2027. Now we are going to look at, does this one make sense? Hii endorsement ya Matiangi na nini, can it help Matiangi in any way? We are here to do the analysis and see and give you my 2 cents tuone itakuwaje. So this thing started a while back. There was a meeting between Uhuru and Matiangi, and it kind of Uhuru endorsed Matiangi. There's a video I posted here where Jeremiah was saying nini, but now they have made it so clear that that is who they want. Now Jubilee as a party, let's first before you even talk about Matiangi, does Jubilee as a party, is it still alive or dead? Jubilee as a party is dead. That's a vehicle that Uhuru used, and now is done with it. That party died. And it is high time Jeremiah Kioni understands that. It's just like another party like NAK Kenya. That party is dead. That party is only relevant in Mount Kenya. I don't see any member of NAK Kenya in Nyanza, in Western, in other parts of the country. So those parties are dead. Those Jubilee Party number 1 is dead. Anyone running on Jubilee Party, trust you me, you can't beat anyone. Unless you people form another party. Yes, because Kenyans is very clear that Kenyans every year, we always have, every election cycle, we always have either another party, a new party or a new alliance. Like the Azimio alliance is dead. Now we are looking for another alliance that will challenge Ruto in 2027. And Ruto also is not going to be in UDA or Kenya Kwanza. He's going to be in another party. That is clear. So they could have killed that Jubilee Party iisha kabisa, because it's not going to stand the test of time. Time yake iliisha. So whether they support someone as a presidential candidate, it is irrelevant. It is just like talking about a party like Safina. You get? Those parties will never take power. That is a clear. You are wasting your time. You get anyone who is serious, who wants to stand for election, you cannot go to such parties like DP, CGPNU, CG Safina Party, CG Ford Kenya. Those parties will never clinch power in any way. So first and foremost, that party is dead, and that's number one. Number two, Matiangi, these people are lying to you. You are not a politician, you are a technocrat. You are not a politician. These people are lying to you. These people know there's something, kuna watu wakikusupport, jua hakuna mahali unaenda. That one is very clear. Kuna watu wakikusupport, my friend, jua hakuna mahali unaenda. So let's be very clear that Matiangi is not going anywhere with Nini, and he's not going to win this election. Hata tuseme akiachana Jubilee aende kwa party nyingine, Matiangi will not win the election in 2027, and Matiangi cannot be a threat to Ruto because he has not invested politically in this country. You know, in this country before, look at how Ruto did it. Ruto started investing, planning for being president in 2013. He planned it so well. It took him 10 years of planning until he became the president. Matiangi, you can't just come from nowhere. Now people have been hyping you on this social media and nini, and now they are saying that they want you. Yes, you are a man of principle. Wewe na Sifuna na kina PLO, you are people who stand on principles, and we appreciate you for that. But politics is different. Politics, you need to come with principles and need to come with some sort of, you have some political assets that you can bargain when it comes watu wakikaa kwa meza sasa wanaongea. Because when it comes to now, watu wamekaa, let's assume sasa Matiangi amekaa na kina Raila and everyone, who do you think will have more voice? You get? Even akikaa na kina the man from Wamunyoro, akina ma-DVD na hao watu wote, nani atakuwa na sauti? So Matiangi, stop wasting your time. These guys are using you. These guys want to keep you busy. But in 2027, even the Gen Zs will not vote for you. That's the reality. The fact that you just associated yourself with the previous government, you are tainted. The fact that someone can say that jamaa aliiba pesa was associated with, even if it's an allegation, and you know these people come up with things. They just come up with random things. They have not proved, they cannot prove these things, but they just come with it. But the fact that you are part of the previous government, trust you me, you can't run away from these things. They will follow you. People will keep on bringing these things. Oh, you are the Minister for Internal Security. People died where? What did you do? Nina. You can't wash your hand off these things. So, me, I would just like to ask Matiangi, with all humility, my friend, these people are lying to you. You are not going to go anywhere. And look at the time they are endorsing you. These people are endorsing you in 2025, surely. Yet the Jubilee Party, it has no machinery to market you across the country. They don't have the machinery to do that. So these guys are using you, and at the same time, they will use you, and then they will dump you in the last minute. They'll say when the presidential candidate yao, and then when it comes to 2027, they are going to go into a coalition and say, no, sasa, we have decided that let's go into a coalition. Unaona? So, hapana danganywa. Unaelewa? Hapana danganywa. Listen to people like us, because at least we have some touch of the ground. Me, I've never seen, I see people walk around, but I've never seen someone say that, oh, unless people from Kisii. I've met a few people from Kisii region saying they want Matiangi, they support Matiangi, which is okay, because you come from that region. But any part of this country outside, no one is obsessed with Matiangi being president. And once people are not obsessed with you being president, trust you me, utakuwa aje president. And in Kenyan politics, you need to be very cunning and smart. Are you sure you can challenge people like Raila who are very cunning, people like Ruto who are very cunning? You can't. So hapana bebwa na hype ya social media. Now that Gen Z's kept on mentioning your name, that that these guys are going to vote for you. Hapana danganywa. I know the Gen Zs are going to have a very big impact in this coming election, but I really doubt they are going to vote for anyone who has been in politics. And I keep saying that the biggest challenger for Ruto will be someone that is very much unknown to the Kenyan political space. Because the amount of anger that Kenyans have for the president and how they want to see him leave that seat, Kenyans will be ready to vote for anyone but not Ruto. You get? And anyone who has not been in any form of any government. Because one thing people are forgetting, they are still pushing that tribal narrative. They forget that there's a generation who no longer believes in those things. So most of these politicians are going to get a big shock in the coming election in 2027. They are going to get a big shock, and most of them are going to go home. Most of them are going to go home. You see, because people who are tribal are our parents are still so tribal, and they are the one who are still pushing that narrative of tribe. But can it transcend to the Gen Zs now in Guinea? No. A good example is, like I said, I always say, I used to support Raila so much, but nowadays, if Raila can't tell me anything about who to support, even voting for him alone in the ballot, I can't. Siwezi. Yet I used to be Raila's die-hard fan. So you can see, if people like us have, and I'm a millennial, if people like us have seen the light of day, what about the Gen Zs? What about all these other people? So if someone keeps lying to Raila that his voting block has never changed, hey, he'll be in for a rude shock in the coming election. You know, because they always believe that it happened last time, it has happened, so it will continue happening. No. People will decide, if Raila is the option, then I'd rather sleep. And that is it for me. If Raila and Ruto are the only options that I have in 2027, trust you me, afadhali nilale. If akina Gachagua are the options, afadhali nilale. Hiyo siku nilale. Nilale. Whoever will be president akuwe tu. So anyway, guys, we just want this country to have good leaders, because we've seen a lot of jokers running around masquerading as waheshimiwa. People who forge certificates, people who do a lot of things, a lot of shenanigans, people who are members of parliament but they have never stepped in parliament to present anything, and then they say that me na work kwa ground. Kwani you don't know your role as a member of parliament? No. At me, as long as I'm serving, how are you serving your people and your religion? What is the work of a legislator? How are you serving your people? Are you doing even your mandate as per the constitution? Because or you think serving the people is now giving them free things, ko distribute unga, kufanya nini? Anyway, it just mess up. I was on Matiangi. So Matiangi, as I conclude, those people are lying to you. You are not going to be president. Those people will use you and dump you. They will use your money, whatever money you have, to popularize Jubilee Party and to make sure that it has a national outlook. And once everything is set, watakuruka. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for those who have watched my video till the end. And as I always say, in this platform, no one is always right and no one is always wrong. So all these are my opinions and my views on issues. Thank you so much. Make sure you subscribe and you support this platform. And if you want to support me in any other way, my number is in the description. You can always send whatever you want, so that whatever you have, so that we keep on growing. Pole pole. Thank you so much. Till next time. Bye.